Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Erev Shabbos, Parshas Vayishlach. Yaakov Avinu is getting ready to meet Esav, does all the things that he needs to do to prepare, and separates his camp, gets ready for war, davens, does diplomacy, sends gifts. And then he goes out. At night, he realizes that he left a little pitchivkis on the other side, pachim kitanim. And he goes and he gets mugged. And Vayovik Yishimo, man fights with him. The man we understand is Sarah Shalesav. And this wasn't just a battle that was taking place, but the dust rose to the heavens. The Torah's way of telling us that this battle had ramifications forever. This really set the life of the Jew. And it defined the battles that we go through in our lifetime. Sarah Shalesav was poised against Yaakov and against his commitment to God and to Torah. And that battle is with us every single day. Sarah Shalesav recognized that he wasn't going to be able to get Yaakov. So he hit him in the leg, hit him in the thigh. Our rabbis explained that was portentous of his children in the future generations. Then he might not be able to get Yaakov. He might not be able to get the fathers, but he can get the children. But how did he plan on getting the children? How was he going to destroy that future of Klal Yisrael? So the Torah describes that battle not in terms of Vayorev, Vayaka. They fought, they hit, they struck. The Torah describes it in terms of Vayovek. Avak is dust, it's dirt. Because I think what Torah was sending us the message that this battle that took place like two men rolling around in the dirt. But Esav understood that this was the secret, this was the magic, this was the way to destroy the next generation. You don't have to hit it. You don't have to shoot at it. You don't have to put it in prison. All you got to do is throw dust on what it believes in. Vayovek. Avak. Make it look dirty and dingy. Take away the luster, take away the shine. Take away the joy and the beauty. And you can destroy the children. But Sarah Shalesav also understood something brilliant. That he didn't have to do anything to it. All he had to do was let the Yaakovs put dust on it for their children. And that would nail the coffin. All he had to do was wait for a father to wake up in the morning and say, I'm so tired, I don't want to go to shul. All he had to do was to wait for a mother to say, oh, it's another Shabbos. Gotta cook. Gotta clean. Sit in the house all Shabbos. All he has to do is for another parent to say, it's so expensive to send my kids to yeshiva. And we throw dust on it. Vayovik Yishimai. The guy with him throws dust on it, and it's a guarantee it's finished, it's over. So how do you battle against that? All you got to do is blow away the dust. But it's not blowing away the dust that's on your kids' Yiddishkeit. It's blowing away the dust that's on your Yiddishkeit. Those negative feelings, that lackluster attitude to mitzvahs. Because when you blow it away, you don't have to work hard. You just have to blow. That's it. and you will see such incredible beauty underneath. And then if you knew that there was beauty there, you would not, nothing would hold you back from just blowing off that dust. But we've lost sight of the fact that what we do is gorgeous, what we have is gorgeous. Ashrei ha'am shekach aloi. Ashrei ha'am she'Hashem leikov. Such a lucky people. What we have is so beautiful and magnificent. If we could just get rid of that layer, that dust, we would see such incredible beauty. There was a tkufa that we decided that we wanted to buy a dining room table. It was a good decision. Couldn't afford it. We used to use 2 folding tables on Shabbos. We had kind of a lot of guests. Then 2 tables, folding chairs. Wanted to get a nice dining room table. But buying a new table was completely out of the question. So I looked around for a used dining room table. Yeah, but when you're buying a used dining room table on the open market in a place where there's not a lot of religious people, so dining room tables, they seat 4. They seat 6, big dining room tables. For those really choshev holidays, when you have a lot of people, 6 people, 8 people, 20 people, where are you going to find a table that's going to accommodate that? So I started to look for conference room tables, used furniture places. I found this table that was about 5,000 pounds. It was a pretty raunchy looking table. Came in 2 halves, strong base. Thought this thing would be great. We don't move the table. It just sits there in the dining room. It can seat, I don't know, it's about a 12, 13-foot table. Could seat a lot of people. And it had this like thick brown cover over the top of it. And it was quite gross, but I figured, look, we'll put a tablecloth on it or a runner or something, make it look nice. Don't have to worry about it. We bought it and it was our prized possession. Shabbos table, you know, they say the people that wanted to make their coffins out of the Shabbos table. So much beauty took place there. So much joy took place around the Shabbos table. Then my landlord decided they wanted to do shiputzim. They ripped the roof off the house. And we had gone in to New York, I think, for my son's engagement. And we came back and it rained. It never rains in Southern California. It rained. And this table got eaten by the rain. Drops fell on the table and you could see the drops. There was no way to clean it. It was a ruined table. It was a lousy table, which was now a ruined table. It's what we got. You work with it. It's our Shabbos table. We moved houses after that. Subsequent to that, my mother passed away. That table was so important in our lives. The next summer, my youngest son decided that it was his project. He was going to try to see if he could strip the table of this brown gunk on the top, sand it down, refinish it, make it into a nice table. We schlepped the table outside. He starts to work on the table. And he starts to realize that it's brown paint that's painting over the most gorgeous wooden mahogany table. It was a stunning tabletop. And as soon as we removed all the dust and all the garbage, the beauty jumped out from underneath. And I remember for this son, it was like an emotional experience of recognizing the beauty that lied underneath. My friends, that's our lives. There's a lot of garbage covering over the beauty. A lot of vayiyovik ishimo, a lot of dust that we've placed on the things that are most precious to us in our lives. All you got to do is just blow. Just a little rub, a little clean. Put a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of joy back into what we do. Change that perspective a little bit. Blow away that dust. And you'll see incredible beauty. You'll see incredible things that are buried underneath. It's my bracha to us. That we recognize that there's dust sitting on it, and that's why we're having a hard time. And that we wake up early enough to realize that we don't want our kids to be affected by the dust that we've thrown on our Yiddishkeit. And that we wipe it away. And we uncover that beauty, not only for ourselves, but we uncover that beauty for our children and our grandchildren and all those that come from us. Have a beautiful, amazing, awesome Shabbos.